Hello and welcome. My name is Esther. I am here for you, collective, today to give you another reading. And this one is honestly going to be for the creatives out there. So, those of you really stepping into an entrepreneurial realm, because I feel like a lot of the collective is doing exactly that, especially those of you who are really stepping into your authenticity and really rediscovering the self. That naturally will lead in a transition in your working environment, how you create and how you show up in the world. So ultimately, today's reading is for those of you doing exactly that. So for the creatives out there, we'll first pull a oracle here and just see what the foundation of this reading will be. And then we'll get a little storyline for you, what to expect through the tarot. Wow. Amazing. Okay. Powerful reading so far, collective. First and foremost, you got preservation. This is very much a death and rebirth card. Like a powerful death and rebirth card. So this is really about you preserving the true essence of self. You also got core, really standing in your truth, your authenticity, heart chakra enlivened, that overpouring of whom you really are as a soul spirit. Amazing. And then you got connection. So this is leading to ultimately collaborations, connections that are really truly divine, and also leading you to a lot of prosperity. So this is amazing. Okay, so collective, first and foremost with preservation, the biggest thing that I get from this card is that it is now a time to really honor the self. Everything you've let go of, to not succumb to falling back into old patterns or habits, because of course there will always be that temptation, right? So Spirit, highest and best good for preservation for the collective, what they need to know most right now for their highest and best good, especially in where they're going, all the inner work they've done, this transformation. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, collective. So you got, wow. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So, wow. So this is really a leveling up. This is like a boom, boom, boom energy, first and foremost, that I'm feeling here for you, collective. Then you got Strength and Page of Swords. So, first and foremost, collective, when it comes to preservation of the self, right? This is really stepping into your truth. As you can see, there's the infant here. This is like the death and rebirth, right? The cycles of life, the cycles of inner discovery and learning. So your creativity has emerged. Your true essence of what you want to do and what you want to birth out to the world is here for you. So this is really ultimately about Three of Pentacles, learning, dedication, and hard work, right? This is very studiousness, and it is very communicative. So you may feel that you're kind of on a path of almost like a pilgrimage where you're re-exploring the self. It's like a time of rediscovery for you. So you may have found that 2025 was quite rocky, probably quite intense, a lot of change, a lot of shifts, a lot of shakeups. And now it's like, okay, now that the waters have kind of calmed, or the dust has settled, so to speak, you've really learned a lot about the self, probably over the last few years. And you've ultimately felt at some points probably fairly stuck. Like, where do I belong? Where do my gifts land? Who are my people? Where are my people? Why do I feel uncomfortable where I am? You know? So you've been in this like navigation period. So because of that, with this death and rebirth collective, you most likely are now in a self-explorative energy. And that's what the cards are saying. It's like now you're in a place of trusting your intuition and your third eye. It's like this honor and this respective self to truly see, right? Because it's third eye awareness is really what sparks the relationship with self. So as you're strengthening the relationship with self and understanding who you are and who you are not, where you fit, where you don't fit, this study and attention to detail is really about your growth and your determination to really apply what you've learned and apply your skills in alignment with your joy, in alignment with you actually like, in alignment with your natural gifts and talents. And that is immensely celebrated, especially with this pentacle energy going like boom, boom, boom. So ultimately, it feels like this is where your achievements and your rewards and your success are going to come in, because it's almost like the student becomes a master kind of energy. It's not that you should stop learning. In fact, you're probably on a little bit of a place of learning, and where you maybe be taking courses or switching up your career trajectory that is actually a little more constructive for whom you really are, knowing who I am, right? So because of this scholarly energy of the learning, it's actually an overpouring of your life's work. And it most likely will be something very long term. And I'm finding that a lot with my clients and with those who are really stepping into their truest nature, that the career naturally shifts, and those aha moments happen where you realize, like, why did I stay in this job for so long? Like, it's not even a match to whom I am. I just kind of suffer through my days, or I just try to get through my days, but it's not actually anything that brings me meaning or joy or fulfillment or purpose. And so a lot of the collective are shifting their awareness back into the heart centered, which means I'm aligning now my work and everything I do to show up in the world, something that is purposeful, something that is meaningful, something that is actually authentically connected to what I want. And that is majorly admired, and clearly bringing in ultimate success, because that's your profit going into perseverance and then into achievement, right? Because you've got Nine of Pentacles after that. The Knight of Pentacles is about unexpected sources of income. It's like you're willing to journey off on your steed, and it's heart-centered, right? The heart chakra is connected to the Knight of Pentacles. This means soul-led work. This means heart-aligned, entrepreneurial gifts, talents, and creativity. To be a creative person means to literally just to shine out your talents, your gifts, and your interests, regardless of form. Doesn't mean having to be a literal artist, but it also can be. So however your form of creativity shows up, this is aligned for you. And it is needed now more than ever. We need authenticity in the world. We need those of you, those souls like yourself, to really stand strong and tall and proud in what it is that you're gifted in, because the world needs it. And only you can deliver it, because it comes from you. It comes from your soul spirit and your authenticity. So it's needed, and it cannot, even if there's others that are in the same streams or in the same genre, there's no competition. So remember that, because there's never any competition when you're just being you, because no one but you can be you, right? And also you should ultimately celebrate others in the same field. I've always been a massive advocate for other artists and spiritualists and creatives and those who connect with the earthly planes and the natural world, because that's what I appreciate, right? So the more people that show up in support and interest and passion in the same field should always be celebrated. It should never be looked at like there's competitiveness or that there's too many in that field, so I'm never going to succeed. It's like, no. The truth is that you will succeed by you being you, because no one, no thing can take that from you. There's no competition when you're just being you, because that is admired, right? That is a marker of inspiration. So really what Spirit is saying is, like, when you're focused, stable, reliable, and committed to your truth and your soul's work, you're guaranteed success. You got the King of Pentacles as your outcome. Like, literally, you went from the Three of Pentacles, the learning, the study, the hard work, trusting your intuition, knowing whom you are, where you need to shift, how you want to show up, to, boom, Knight of Pentacles, taking charge, receiving unexpected rewards, collaborations, working environments, and then, boom, mature, successful businesswoman or man. This is about a powerful, financially blessed self-improvement. This is about having power and control over your own life. This is being a leader in your own life. This is success that you've birthed with with no one else. So this is independent success and wealth and prosperity because it's intuitively led and it's heart led. And this is where you're holding on to that preservation of the death and rebirth that you went through this year. So that is vital, right? All of the shifts and changes that were shown your way is what you have to honor. You have to honor where you learned to grow and shift, where you changed habits or patterns, where you shifted environments, where you let go of things that were actually not a match for you. And to know that it's not a match is that it either is a struggle, it makes your nervous system uncomfortable, you feel anxiety or stress or overwhelm or defeat or blockages, then it's not aligned, right? When something's aligned, it will flow like water. It'll be ease and comfort. And yes, it takes hard work, but it is an essence that your deeper soul self knows that there's a calling there. That's where you've been pulled, collective. That's where you've had this massive preservation of your death and rebirth. So Spirit is ultimately saying, like, preserve all the work that you did. Do not allow any temptations to suck you back into the old or your mind to sabotage, or when the opportunities come in and these blessings align with you, because clearly they are, to not think, oh, this is too good to be true. Really, this is intuitively led. You have to trust your intuition because you have a lot of success and vitality and prosperity that is right here for you if you're not already seeing it. And you may see it in little ways, and Spirit is always with you. So if you feel lost or scared, ask for assistance, ask for clarity, ask for help, because you should be immensely proud. You've gone through the death and rebirth. You've done a lot of work to transform the self, and you've also been through a lot of obstacles and challenges that have affected the self. This is where you're going to need the strength. To know the self. This came out as a major arcana. And this is about, I have the aptitude to achieve my desires. Yes, you do. You have the courage and strength and resilience within you. It's about your great love and your spirit, that driving force and that power and the pride in showing up as yourself. Wow, I just saw a squirrel jump so far outside. And I had a nut. So there you go. You're taking leaps and bounds, right? You are striving forth and through leaps and bounds. And this is fast forward moving energy with all these pentacles, like going boom, 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 boom in raising up is phenomenal how Spirit kind of delivered that out for you. So ultimately, collective, this is immensely abundant. Your prosperity in your success as being an entrepreneur and a creative, and where you're stepping into more soul-led work, is because of your death and rebirth work this year. So that is quite evident. You should be immensely proud. So looking at your second foundational energy, this is core. This is the core of you, which means death and rebirth obviously leads to your authenticity, whom you truly are, and shining a light out into the world of whom you really are, which is very brave, because that is exposing, right? That's quite exposed to bare your heart and your soul, to pour in your passions, and to not allow, regardless of the judgments of others, whether it's perceived positive or negative, don't allow it to determine your forward movement and your striving, because you're needed. And that's clear. That's why this abundance came through. That's why the courage card came through, because Spirit is trying to remind you, you're strong. You've already made it through. This death and rebirth of the ego death, this is massive shadow work. This is where you've taken accountability, where you've shifted for the better, where you've understood your worth and your value. And now it's like the core of you is about to emerge. So, Spirit, in regards to core for the collective, highest and best good messages, what to expect, what does this mean? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, this is what the world needs. The world needs you, right? Thank you. So, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean, okay. First and foremost, you got the Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm blown away. I'm just going to quickly read off what you got. You got the Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, Five of Swords, Temperance, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Cups. Incredible. Okay. So clearly, your determination and your preservation of honoring your heart, your soul, your spirit, not losing sight of your true north and that light, regardless of the darkest of days, regardless of when you had to work hard in the shadows when no one else saw it. This is where spirit is like, congratulations, because you found the core of you. You found the true light of you. This is no small feat, because this means evolving. This means you have evolved immensely because of your willingness to put in the hard work. Something that I also say is it's like you can choose your hard, right? Either you choose the hard of remaining in the suffering because it's easy and it's what it's known and you're too afraid to jump into something greater. And then you pay the price of that. It ultimately becomes a challenge and it becomes hard because you suffer because it is not aligned for your highest good. Or you choose your heart of finding your core, doing the inner work, shifting for the better, changing your habits and routines in a way that is actually for your highest good so that you can show up for all that around you in your highest good, for your family, your relationships, your work. And boom, that's what leads you to this spread. It's like because of you being willing to rediscover the core of you, the heart-centered part of you, what lights up your heart, what is your joy, what is authentically aligned to you, you're being immensely rewarded, collective. So first and foremost with the Page of Pentacles, this is about grounded energy. This is about opportunities increasing and income. This is financial proposals. This is people you can count on, collaborations that are actually aligned in the same work that you are wanting to pour in. This is major success because this is where you have goal setting and solid beginnings and open-mindedness and others who really value your talents, your gifts, your time, your wisdom, your integrity. And it's finally where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually heard. Oh my gosh, I've actually found my people, my soul tribe. I've actually found other people who get it. Like, thank you, finally, or my gifts are actually needed in this area. I am actually being paid my worth for my talents and my gifts. Like, this is amazing prosperity, collective, because this is where you're solid, secure in the self. It's like you don't need anyone, anything to validate yourself or to make yourself feel safe, secure, or solid, but rather you now have the choice of whom you want to connect with, whom you want to collaborate with, and how you want to bring that magic together so that it's sustained. And that's because of your willingness to step into the core of you, the true essence of you, to lead from the heart. Temperance, right? Okay, sorry, we'll do this in order. You also got King of Cups. This is balance. This is control over your emotions. This is being confident. This is having more than enough to overpour. This is where your financials are going to take a complete 180, 360, right? Especially if you struggled in the past, which I know many, many light workers have. This earth is not easy, especially in the paradigm of conditioning and how humanity has been really warped into suppression or delusion and illusion, manipulated into thinking they're much less than they are, which we are not. You know that we are actually incredibly divine, incredibly needed, incredibly valuable. And that's what's led you to step into your gifts, but then also to be that gifted leader for others and to be that way shower through your work, through your entrepreneurial endeavors. And that is to show that the human being can achieve greatness. We can evolve, we can shift overnight, and we can step into the true essence of self through the heart center. So because of that, you've stepped into this energy of the King of Cups. That is very intuition. That's like intuitively led divine alignment because it's about creative intelligence. And you as a creator, this is where you're immensely caring. you're a master of your emotions. You understand deep compassion, empathy, grace, wisdom, love, unity, right? You're now working in a way that is really uplifting, not only for your soul and your spirit and what your soul really wanted to experience, and all you're deserving of abundance, but also where you can overpour, like this overflow of this Piscean kind of energy to give back to your communities, to those you love, to your family, to your friends, to different working projects, and also lead a life that is divine for you, that is overpouring with abundance for you, where you can truly be free, financially free. And that is probably something that has been a foreign concept, especially for light workers, because ultimately there's also this stigma that there's the starving artist or the starving healer, and that's not true. As soon as you step into your truest alignment of the heart, you're always going to have sustained abundance. That's just the natural law of energy and frequency, which is the universe we're in anyways. You also got 5 of Swords. So this is about your change, right? This is about not falling to defeat. This is about communicating your worth and acting with caution to know who to trust, right? Because you're now intuitively led. You also, with this 5 of Swords energy, because in the past maybe you struggled to really shine your light or be accepted for the unique and magical being you are, there's still a little bit of energy of resistance of, is my voice really going to be heard properly? Spirit saying yes. Trust the core of you. Because those, and it's just like what I say. I always say, the souls that need me find me. Even the fact that you found this reading as a confirmation for you is rare in itself. I'm not really known on here. I typically work in person, but this is another way that I was called to show up for the collective, because I know that there's so many other individuals out there that are aligned with the evolution, that are aligned with a soul calling of a gift, that understand that humanity is shifting into a heart frequency, a heart consciousness, and a higher consciousness. You understand that. So it's where we're all there for each other. And it is such an honor for me to pull these energy readings, because it's also an affirmation and affirming how miraculous the earth is and how many people are shifting for the better. And what a gift you are to embody the core of you, to embody the true essence of you. That is an amazing gift for humanity. It has such a larger imprint than we could ever express. And I know you understand that. And it's immensely brave. It's immensely brave to step into that. So Spirit is saying, don't allow, these old belief systems or the conditioning of where you are. Preservation of the death and rebirth, right? Because that's where a little bit of the old ego, especially when you go through an ego death, it's going to try to kind of fight for it. It's like, we're stepping out of the known. Like, are you sure you can trust this? Are you sure that this person is loyal or good or pure of heart? And it's like, well, yes, intuition, right? You know how to sense in. If you feel calm and appreciated and acknowledged, you can trust it. So tap into the heart, tap into the nervous system, tap into the energy body, and allow your body to tell you what is needed there. And don't allow fear to pull you away from new collaborations and connections, because that's all coming in for you, right? So don't do the power plays and don't compare. Everyone's gifts are needed, and there is no gift that is greater than the next, just like any being is no greater than the next. We all came here equally. We all incarnated for different reasons equally. You know the reason for your incarnation. You know the reason for your soul's gifts. So it's about leading that with grace, with heart-led, centered thinking, feeling, and willing, and carrying forth to be the greater light and imprint for all of humanity, and also for yourself. You deserve a good life, and that's evident. Temperance. This is about self-reflection and harmonious relationships and peace, right? So this is about spiritually led purpose. and a positive mentality. This is about the true will ego identity. This is about understanding that I am actually a soul spirit that is divine and infinite, having a human experience. And this life is short. And I would like my soul spirit to be able to express its unique, beautiful gifts for the world to see, and for me to honor my soul spirit, to honor my heart, to honor the highest and truest essence of self, so that others may do the same, right? Those we admire become markers of inspiration. You are becoming that marker of inspiration for others who need you to be a way shower. Whether you're even a singer or you're a musician or you do art, that can be healing. The world needs to see that creativity. Whether you're an inventor or a writer, they need that knowledge. Whether you're a speaker or a teacher, they need that knowledge. Whether you understand regenerative, restorative ways to heal the earth, we need that knowledge. The generations to come need you. Your family line needs you. Breaking family line patterns and toxicity as well needs you. Your guides, guardians, angels are here for you. There's immense help for the planet right now, because it's not only Mother Earth that's evolving, it's all our planetary spheres. And through the human heart, we have this great capacity that is so beyond what we can comprehend. It is vital. So the fact that you are stepping into the core of you, really honoring that heart of you, is the greatest gift you could give, and it will be supported. It is supported. It is supported. This is your confirmation. It is supported. And I thank you. I'm cheering you on. I want you to succeed. Please succeed. Please shine your light. The world needs you to shine your light. And Temperance is saying that. It's saying that you have great talent. You are a creative being. You have this beautiful energy about you. And it's leading to the Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups. This is like new plans, new beginnings, happiness, new ideas, clarity of mind. This is incredible that both of these came out. These are also both like very, very abundant, successful cards. Both of them connected to the crown chakra, right? Both of them connected to the higher self. Both of them overpouring of victory and breakthroughs and realizing the truth and being incredibly stable and self-sufficient, having way more than you need. It's like this overpouring, overflowing, and it's divinely led, it's divinely aligned, it's authentic, it's unique, it's needed, it's inspiring. It's got a energizing force. This is like where you spring out of the bed in the morning and you're excited to start your day. You're excited with whom you're working with, whom you're collaborating with, where you live, connected with your family, your friends, your community, the environment. It's like very, very present, very, very grateful, overpouring of a life that is here for you. This is what you're stepping into. This is like aligned in all ways. This is where you're being respected. You respect others. You're actually being seen and validated because you have the courage and the strength to preserve your forward movement, to preserve all this soul-led work, all this shadow work, all this integrated shifting and changing within the self, to choose your hard for the better, to do the inner work, to do the outer work, to shift how you treat your body, how you move your body, what you put in your body, how you utilize your mind, how you believe in the self, how you manifest. Like, this is colored in so much prosperity, and it's because of your willingness to be strong, right? You have been immensely strong, collective. You should be immensely proud, and this is seen, this is acknowledged. So this is confirming for you. You are seen, you are acknowledged. This has not gone unseen. Even if others around you have not seen all the tears, all the hard work, all the overcoming you had to go through, Spirit sees. And the spiritual world is here for you. And you are being blessed because of your dedication. You're being blessed because of your willingness to continue forward. And this is where amazing happiness overpours. This is major success. This is overpouring of abundance. This is health and wealth. This is socializing. This is major victory. Major victory. You have both health, wealth, relationships. Like, you honestly have abundance in this reading so far, collective, in all areas of life. So you may even find that your body is healing. Like, you are physically shifting for the better on a cellular level, but also an intellectual level, on a spiritual understanding level. Like, you're seeing the world in a brand new way, and that you're seeing things in a way that you never saw them before. And that is a true marker of your evolving. That is a true confirming of how much you have been willing to shift and change, and it's immensely rewarded. It's immensely rewarded. Major new opportunities. Connection was your final one. It's leading to divine connection, and this is very watery with the ocean. This is like complete flow and grace and harmony and peace, understanding. Things just working out, sustained success as well, right? I also dive, and I've always said I wish humanity could be like under the ocean, because the ecosystem down there and the way that the world works, like this, it's like, it feels like another world in the ocean. And just the way that all the fish and the ecosystem just intercorrelates together and harmonizes together, works in harmony. It's very peaceful. That is true connection, right? It's understanding how we all are an interweaving of this tapestry of the whole, right? We're all in this beautiful symphony. And that's what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like you're just stepping into a harmonious, symbiotic, giving and receiving, kind ease of just being like, wow, everything works out. Like, this is amazing. Like, things are just working out. I'm not having to fight. I'm not having to, suffer and struggle and try so hard and prove myself or whatever. It's like, no, you're valuable because you exist. And you, as the true you, is the greatest gift for the world to see. And the connections and the harmony that are coming in are going to be amazing. So, Spirit, in regards to connection, highest and best good advice for the collective, please. Thank you. Okay, good. So, beautiful. Of course. It's so funny. Okay, collective, you got Two of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Empress that came out in regards to connection. So first and foremost, Two of Wands is about a choice, right? It's new horizons. And this is probably where you may even find that you're moving, to be honest, or setting your sights and horizons of being like, okay, who I really am and the work that I really want to do actually connects into a completely different culture. Or maybe I want to live abroad. Maybe I want to work abroad. Maybe it means that I just need to shift my home in the country I'm already in. Maybe I need to collaborate more online. Maybe I need to collaborate more in person. Like it's a shift for the better in an intuitively led choice. So you definitely have two paths, right? So you have new possibilities and this expansiveness that is ahead of you. And you're kind of looking like, okay, I'm essentially spoiled for choice, because as you're kind of learning and also delivering in this truest version of you, it also means like, where do you want to go, right? And it's that kind of pilgrimage energy. It's like this self-explorative energy in tandem with the deliverance. You're also in a rediscovery, because there's so much old identity that you shed through the transformations and the ego death and the challenges of this year. So it's still like this beautiful, sweet, kind of liberated openness of childlike wonder, like maybe a little bit of like, but also excitement to be like, this is brand new. I get to just be me now. I don't need to be anything other than me. Why did I think that I had to be all these things? And for what? To prove what, right? Everybody's just leading their lives anyways. You may as well lead a good life for yourself. My gosh. So, yeah, because this is really looking at the world. It's a choice. It's looking at new horizons, looking out, right? Looking out to and he's also holding the world here. So it's like, wow, okay. I really have the entire world is my oyster, right? I have the entire world ahead of me now. I have so many things I could pick and choose from. And that's where your connection is. That's you're finding your soul tribe and your divine connection that actually aligns with the authentic you that has emerged. So Page of Cups is about being sensitive, but you're imaginative, but you're grounded. You're finding your grounding in all of your gifts, knowing that you as a sensitive soul is actually your superpower. It is not a weakness by any means. It's actually a superpower. And we're seeing that more and more in the collective, these emergence of the sensitive souls. But it's like fire and water. It's like where the empaths are learning their power now. So it's this turning point where it's like, I just realized that this is a superpower. Your highly sensory sensitive capacities are actually a superpower. And they are needed now more than ever because the sensitive souls understand how to sense into what matters, right from wrong, what is correct, what is not correct, what is healthy, what is not healthy. Sensitive souls are very gifted, very creative. And what a gift, because that is the turning point of what humanity needs. And so this is where you're a dreamer, right? And creative, you have good ideas. Kindness and intuition are your natural operating systems. So this is success. You've got a fish in your cup there too. So it's very sweet. Very much this water energy coming through. So very Pisces, Scorpion, Cancer kind of energy. And you can resonate with that in any way, but it may just be that you're now finding the flow of your life, like divine flow, divine harmony, and honor of your emotions. Those who really value the sweetness of the sensitive soul that you are. And it's not where your feelings are overhurt or you're over giving or you're being taken for granted or you're being, judged or things like that. It's like that element is over. You're actually being admired and appreciated and revered for your emotions because you have emotional intelligence. And it's leading you to the Empress, which is so awesome. The Empress is all about creative expression. So it's just interesting how these readings wrap up, collective. I mean, whomever you are, this is an amazing spread because it's taken so much willingness and strength to honor yourself. And most people go through their lives never actually leading their truth, right? A lot of people would rather fit in than fit themselves. And you're like, I'm going to fit myself rather than fit in. And thank you, because that's exactly the evolution of humanity. That is exactly what we need. We need heart-centered work, heart-led work, and we need those to step into their truest joy. And you're doing exactly that, which is why you're the Empress. The Empress is a major arcana as well, right? This is about wealth and abundance in all ways. And it's all sacral energy. It's being passionate about life. It's being passionate about what you do. It's feeling deeply connected and manifesting like none other and having that childlike fun, play, wonder, feeling free and liberated to express. And so it's like, oh my gosh, yes. And thank you. This is all about empowerment and harmony and creation. So amazing, collective. We're going to leave it there, but whatever you're doing for your career, please feel free to share if you would like, because ultimately, if you resonate with this, then you are perfectly on time. You are perfectly on track, and I commend you. And I feel like the whole community here, I really want this to be an embracive community, and even if you want to connect with each other, whatever you like. But this is about heart-led community. This is about supporting each other. This is about reuniting within so we can unite without, because we are meant to celebrate each other's success and thriving, you know? And even if you have no one in your corner, just know I'm in your corner. I'm cheering you on. And even if it's just that voice, it's just to remind you that you are worthy, you are seen, and you are valuable, and all of that's coming in clearly. So really be proud of your willingness to transform this much, and to really have the courage to step into your light, into your gifts, into what lights you up, to believe in your gifts, to believe in your manifestations, to believe in your worth and your value, and shine that light, because the world's waiting, and clearly you are meant to be seen. So much love and light, and talk to you soon.